How's it going, everybody? Just wanted to make this video. This is in the off hours, and just to cover kind of what the day looked like today with my strategy. Today was the FOMC, so I normally don't really trade on these days due to just increased risk, and it's almost unnecessary for me to trade it when I could just skip this day, take a break, focus on other things, and then just pick it up tomorrow. But I do like to review them because I do think it's valuable information to see what happened during the day and potentially use it for tomorrow. So I'll do a quick review. So again, I'm using 20,000 volume bars, so each bar is 20,000, and I do have the delta for orders being placed. So if this, in this case, this is a 20,000 bar, there was 3,286 more buyers than sellers, more aggressive buyers than sellers. Those are by aggressive buyers, I mean those are buyers that are hitting the ask. And then, yeah, in this case, it's 1,596. That's aggressive sellers hitting the bid, and that's how it counts this. You might be wondering what all of these lines are. These are initial balance lines. So I do have the initial balance starting for the first hour of trading. So this is the low, this red line, this is the high, and the blue lines are actually initial close, I guess. I don't know if you want to call it that, for the last 15 of the previous day. And they do definitely work. And then yeah, the top lines, the green ones, they're the initial balance extension lines. And like for example, yeah, you have like they're almost like points of support or resistance. Like in this case today, there was tested here, almost tested here on the tested here, and then eventually you see some kind of a price reaction off of those. Yeah, an example, like for example, the day before, I think it was, yeah, like an example yesterday in the close, it hit the first extension lines and then it sold off. And this also works on NASDAQ. I do have the same setup on NASDAQ, and it was a little bit more cleaner. Yeah, you had a first during the meeting. So I was testing the initial balance highs, then kind of stayed in this range, then pushed it up, tested the first extension, sold off, tested the second extension, obviously broke it through a little bit, sold off, and then tested the third. It was almost like little steps up. But like I said, I like the price action was very clean. I just I probably should have traded it, but yeah, I didn't, and maybe I'll start trade. Usually they're not as clean as today. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, like an example of today. So yeah, we had obviously everything kind of pre FOMC is very slow. You have, yeah, basically market open, initial or volume profile was to the lower side, broke out of it, then started selling off with a lot of sellers. Usually, I like to buy into these like these areas, but only if there is enough buyers, or not like either enough buyers or not a lot of aggressive sellers here. So in this case, there's a lot of sellers, so I'm not a buyer. I'm looking, and usually I am on the sidelines in this case because I don't want to go short because volume profile is going up. So in this case, it kind of broke down. This is a kind of a decent entry, even though you had aggressive buyers here. It kind of pushed into here and then started selling off. This could have been a potential smallish risk to short here. Basically, stop would have been above here, and then profit would be, yeah, probably like a fib projection. Sorry, I'm fumbling my words. So for example, let's see how it would play out. So if you grab like something like this and just probably grab the projection of the 100 Fibonacci level would be a good target to just fill. So that was could have been a decent trade following my strategy. but obviously I didn't take it. I probably should have. And then, yeah, we did start having a rally up before the FOMC. Aggressive buyers already started pricing in what the Fed will do. And then that's when, yeah, FOMC happened. We had a strong sell off. And I guess what I mean, all of this is very, like, I guess it's almost like anybody's guess what will happen. So that's why I'm actually surprised some of these levels held both on NASDAQ and on S&P 500, where you had kind of these levels even during Fed meeting. Usually nothing matters, no levels matter, but in this case it was holding pretty decently. Um, so yeah, one thing I did notice was like after about like when Jerome Powell started speaking, roughly, I did notice like a pattern where with these bars, if you look at every volume delta that I have was every time if it's basically going up, you like let's say if you go long from the aggressive buyer standpoint delta, it's green, 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 green. Basically, you see a red, you get out, like potential profit there. You see a red, you start going short, and then just like ride all the way down. Like I think this is like a 50-point move, 42 or 72 to yeah, that's like a 70, 60-point move. And then yeah, you see the first green bar here. That's where like that's one thing. Like I said, usually it's never this clean, but you have aggressive move, all sellers, and you see the first aggressive buyers all green until almost like a 40-point move, 50-point move, then another red, and this is just it was just carnage into the close. You had red, 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 red all the way till probably another like 50 plus point move. So crazy, crazy action. I do regret sitting on my hands today. I think it was somewhat clean. I think, yeah, there was some, like you'd have to be very, very picky with your targets and your stops to not let a trade go against you. But I think, relatively speaking, if you're controlling that, you could have caught some huge price action moves today. Yeah, and so that's kind of, I guess, a little summary. Yeah, Nasdaq, I kind of didn't really review too much. I think Nasdaq normally moves. I want to see if this. So yeah, you had red, then you had yeah mostly green. You did have a slightly negative delta here, the mostly red. Yeah, I guess not as clean as ES. Like yeah, especially this drop, it was yeah had a few buyers here, so you can't blindly trust negative delta or positive delta. You have to kind of combine it with a different strategy. Um, but I wanted to just kind of share this day. I do find the 20,000 volume. I do have a 10,000 volume also when the market is a little bit slower. But I do find it a lot find it very helpful to actually use this for trading because if you just have regular bars, you kind of don't really see what the aggressive buyers are doing for those particular 20,000 orders in that bar. Um, so yeah, that was just kind of a little summary on like what I was looking at. I was watching the market today. I just wasn't really trading. Like I did like a couple of trades for like I got another paid account. Um, and I needed like I think $20 or something. So I did like a very small trade on that account and got it funded. Yeah, I do have that link in the description on getting funded. They did extend the promotion for another week, so you could get an account for as low as $31 right now, which is an insanely good deal. It changed my way of trading because right now, yeah, I'm not risking any of my own capital. I have 13 accounts now that are fully funded. And yeah, if I do have a trade copier, which I'll probably create a video later where every trade that I make, let's say I usually trade micros. So every trade I make, it duplicates it on all of the accounts. duplicates that same trade. So that way I could mitigate risk and still make a good amount of profit without risking trading like the E-mini contract. So yeah, yeah, there is yeah, I'll definitely create some more videos on that, on how to set that up. If you have any questions on my setup, yeah, feel free to leave a comment. As always, I would like a yeah, if you found this video to be helpful, yeah, feel free to like it and subscribe. Definitely starting new here, so hopefully this was very helpful, and I'm looking forward to making new videos. Have a good day.